Hello, welcome to my channel, Kelly Legends Media. So today I want to do a video about something that I seen on YouTube. It's kind of a reaction video, but not really, because we're going to go into a subject that this video kind of leads me to. This video was done by a guy who was removed at some point by getting beat down, his head cracked open, his face busted open. And when he starts a video off, he talks like he's going to explain how it feels when you're removed, okay? This guy was a northerner at one time. Politics are a little different, but pretty much it's the same. You get removed when you're rejected from whatever you're involved with, okay? So I don't think the dude really gets to the point, you know. I'm sure that any time that you're removed, man, and your people jump you and stab you and crack you open, man, and draw blood and all that, it's gotta hurt, man. You know, it's something that you were trying to represent. Some people think that they were doing good, and they find out that really they weren't, you know. In their own minds, they maybe thought they were getting away with something. They get caught. Whatever the case might be, you know, I don't know. It's from case to case, you know. Some people are removed for just bad politics. Some people are just moved for politicking, period. Drug debts, dropping kites, dropping huilas. I'm not talking about dropping them to the hudas, just dropping a huila. A hot huila will get you removed, you know, get you an issue. Nevertheless, dude never gets to the point. But what ends up happening to most people, they need to be put in some type of protective custody. Now, I don't know if they have SNY now still. I don't know. The system is changing constantly. Nevertheless, you're not allowed to go back to the yard and back to the main line. You want to take your life into your hands and go back. I've seen people come back. I've seen people because they needed to go to the back, get removed from the yard with this and come back. Instead of going to the back, they come back to the yard and then they get removed another way, you know? Nevertheless, in most cases, when you get removed in that manner, there's no coming back to the yard. You might get transferred to another prison if you refuse to go into protective custody or whatever the case is. Now, what a lot of people do is they go into these yards where people are removed or they dropped out or whatever, however they end up there. And they get involved with the same type of politics, same type of prison politics. It's like a mirror image of what's happening on the main line, you know. Could be just as dangerous, just as rowdy. And, you know, people take their lives in their hand when they do that. You would think that they would use that opportunity to start a new life, you know, a new beginning. They were rejected. They didn't make it. They never hit their goal. They never, you know, they never got embraced. They got kicked to the curb, kick rocks, you know, we don't want you no more. Then they go to this new place and they do the same damn thing, you know. I can't understand it. I don't, you know, my mind can't wrap around that shit, you know. Like, why would you go get into another prison gang and go through the same type of bullshit that you just left behind, that you failed at, you know? Dude that made that video talking about how it felt to get removed, he didn't talk about how he felt spiritually, emotionally. All he talked about was how his head felt, how his throbbing lips felt, and how it felt to pull his lip out of his teeth. Yeah, They jacked this fool up, you know. And then he talks about he went through months of thinking, what should he do? Well, it was obvious, man. It was over. His career, if you want to call it that, was over, you know. Now, if you're going to be a part of something, man, you got to go balls out. You got to know what you're doing, follow the rules, find out and hook up with somebody who knows what's up. And take your chance if that's what you choose. But you see all these people on YouTube, man, trying to convince people, man, that ain't the way to go. I'm not talking about when you're in there and you got a life sentence, that's not the way to go. I'm talking about going to prison, period. Going to prison ain't gonna get you nowhere, man. A small percentage, it works out for them, man. They get rich. They do big things. Very small percentage. And I know a man's ego will tell him, hey, I can do it. I could be that guy, you know? You're better off just thinking, if you're out here, how to keep your freedom, stay out here and have the same type of thinking. I could be that guy. I could be successful. I could make some money. And start looking where you fit in, you know? Start looking what interests you and how you can get into some type of career that's going to give you the kind of money and the kind of lifestyle that you're looking for. Because no matter what, even if you're at the top of your game in prison, there's nothing like being at the top of your game out here. You know, having somebody tell you when you got to get in your cell, not in your house, in your cell. You know, telling you what time you could go outside and run around in circles, and when you can't, what days you're gonna go out, what days you aren't, what you're gonna eat, when you're gonna eat it. You know, there's nothing good in sight. Now, once you're in, I don't want to talk about what to do and what not to do. That's up to the individual. You want to get involved with things that are happening in there. You want to make it a lifetime career. You want to make it a lifetime commitment. Knock yourself out, you know. I wish you luck. And I hope you do good, and I hope you make it. But more than that, man, I would hope that, especially if you have kids, that you could make it out here somehow, you know, and be available for them, you know, even if they're so busy with their lives, they don't make themselves available to you. Make yourself available, you know. You're in love with a woman, or a woman's in love with you, hey, be there to take care of her, to help her, to support her in whatever she wants to do in her life, and for her, so that she can live life, you know, and have a good life, you know. There's a lot of good things out here, man. A lot of nice cars, nice motorcycles, badass perros, you know what I mean? You could get yourself a XL bully if that's what you like, or a pit bull, or a bulldog, or whatever you like, you know what I mean? Get yourself a horse or some horses. It's not that expensive, man. People think it's expensive. It's not that expensive. Horses eat grass. Grass is cheap. You know, it's cheap to feed them. You know, but you got to have time to go out there and brush them, take care of them, and all that. But what I'm saying is, you could have nice things they're not that expensive. Motorcycles to ride in the mountains, and you know, dirt bikes, and have some fun, you know. Why would you want to be incarcerated, walking a track, hitting a punching bag, playing soccer or football with nothing but a bunch of men around you, you know? Life entails too much, you know? And it's a hard life, you know? Not everybody can do it. Not everybody's going to make it. Going in and out of prison, in and out of jail. No. Some people don't have sense, man. That when they get in there, to keep their mouth closed, their ears open, and their eyes open, and paying attention to what's going on around them, and learn on how things are going and how to conduct yourself. You know, people go in there and they think they know everything, and they're invincible, and they end up getting themselves in a wreck and end up rolling it up, not being able to hang, not even in the county jail. You know what I mean? Don't find out where you stand being a prisoner, man. Find out where you stand in life, and if you're not happy where that is, try to improve it out here. You know, don't wait like this guy who tried to make a video to explain away the misery he went through getting removed, the shame of getting removed, and rejected from his group, and labeled as being no good anymore. Twice. Once on the main line and once on the other side. What's it gonna take, man, to open a person like that's mind, you know? And then he comes out and then he goes on YouTube and just runs his mouth, setting himself up for failure in life out here. I don't get it, you know? Where does it keep your mouth shut? Not fucking hit that spot in your brain to let you know that, you know, you gotta quiet it down, you know, and whatever, you know. Renegade Media's a trip. He made the video as to what it feels like to be removed. But I don't really think he answered the question, honestly. I don't think he answered it entirely. And I know that each and every day, man, he's got regret of how he conducted himself and how he lived that part of his life and where he's at now. You know, how could you not? You know, you try to be something and you fail. It doesn't feel good, you know. And I'm not just trying to like bang on dude and make him feel worse, but come on, man, keep it real, Renegade Media. You know, you left us backwards, dude. You didn't have to do that, man. You know, you tried too hard. You didn't have the, you know, what it takes to maintain yourself in situations that you found yourself in while you were incarcerated. That's a terrible thing, you know. But you keep on trying, man. You keep on trying to convince us that it's not the way to go. Good luck, you know. Even though I agree it's better to be out here, just stay out. Don't go in. Don't have to make the decisions that he had to make, that he failed at, you know. Just stay free. Stay free and stay strong in your convictions and committed to those that you love and those that are important to you. That's my video for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless your family. Hope to see you on the next one.